All right. How's it going, Ashley?
Today's been packed with events.
Such as...
Today was my first fill,
Mm-hmm.
and at first I was really nervous. And I remember talking about it last night because you were supposed to work today,
Mm-hmm.
and I didn't think you'd be able to go. So I was like, oh, I have to go all by myself, and it might be scary, and I hate needles, and it's gonna hurt. And I was really scared, and then you were like, well, I was thinking about taking the day off tomorrow. Would you want me to go with you? And I was like, yes.
Oh.
And then, oh yeah, and then I had therapy this morning. So I went to therapy, and then I came and picked you up, and then we went up to Northwest Weight Loss Surgery, and I got my first fill by Jessie.
What was the experience like? Gritty detail.
Well, I don't know. It was pretty fast-paced. Like, I got there and we read magazines for like 2.5 minutes, and then she was like, hey, you can come in early if you want. And I was like, sure. And I was like, can he come? And she's like, sure. And then we went in, and I took my shoes off, and my feet were stinky, and I was embarrassed. And then
So the first emotion was shame.
shame.
Okay.
And then and she's like, get on the scale. And then I was excited because I wanted to see how much weight I'd lost. And I still think that I've lost 4 more pounds than they do, because when I weighed myself, my highest weight was 240, but they weighed me at 236.
Mm-hmm.
So according to me, I've lost 21 pounds. According to them, I've lost 17.
Mm-hmm.
But she still said that's way above average, and that I'm doing really, really well, and I'm averaging like losing like 3 pounds per week or whatever.
3.5, I think.
3.5, yeah. And she said that's really good progress. Like, most people lose about 1 to 2 pounds per week.
Yeah.
So I'm ahead of schedule. But it still feels like I'm losing like really slowly. Like, I just feel like I've been hovering around 20 pounds for like the last 3 weeks or something.
Yeah.
And that's discouraging. So I was excited for my fill, and I was like, how much are you going to give me? How much juice are you going to hit me with? And she said she was giving me a pretty moderate fill, but I don't remember how much it was. She said I'm at like
3?
4. I thought she said I was like 4 point something. Or was it 3 point something?
I thought she said 3 even, which she classified as a medium dose of
Yeah,
saline.
because there was already a little bit of fluid in there.
And I think the 4 you're remembering is how much total there is now. I could be wrong.
Right, that's, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, anyway, I'll keep track of it better next time, now that I know that I should know these things. Anyway, so she laid me down. She had me elevate my legs, which I've heard other people say that that's what they do. And she's just really good about like doing it really nonchalantly, and she didn't really leave any time for me to get too anxious about it. And it was done in like 45 seconds, I'd say, maybe a minute. And there wasn't much of a prick, just like a tiny little prick, and then you could feel the syringe in the port. Like, I could feel the port move a little bit as she tugged on the syringe.
Mm-hmm.
So that was the only part that I really felt, other than the initial slight prick. And then she pulled out and she said, hold this, and I held a little tissue on it, and she's like, that's all done. It's probably way less exciting than you thought it was going to be. And I was like, yeah. But you were there and you were holding my hand, and that made it a lot better.
Yeah, she tried to talk to you through the whole thing. Having someone there to distract you helps a lot, I think.
Yeah.
So,
and then she had me drink some water to make sure I could get the water down, and she told me like the 3 different sort of reactions you can have to fills, like if you're not full enough, if you're at the proper fill, or if you're too full. And so she said it's going to take about a week to figure out if I'm at the proper fill, and if I'm not, I should call and make another appointment. But I started to feel it probably like 20 minutes after.
yeah, we did